Buenos dias. Good morning. It is day 7 on the Via de la Plata. We are just leaving the convent that we stayed in last night in Zafra. It is 7:41 a.m. We are about a quarter of a kilometer, 200 meters away from the convent. Now we really just got started. So, what a lovely evening, though. Convent was a fantastic space. So, we have 20 point something kilometers today to get to the next town, and which I can't remember the name off the top of my head. There's so many new town names. The days are getting warmer, so while we had temperatures in the like 6 or 7 degrees Celsius when we woke up, it's now like 10, 11 degrees, but the afternoon temperatures are getting up well into the mid-20s now, so it's going to be a warm afternoon. We're approaching 30 degrees Celsius here by the probably tomorrow, so that's going to be roughly 80 degrees Fahrenheit. But as you can see, this is a busy town as we leave here. Lots of things already moving and shaking. The convent was again a great space to stay in. Provided a small breakfast for us this morning, just some toast and coffee. So it's a good stay, but it is time to move on. This town has 2 mountains on either side of it, and we do have to go up and over one of those this morning, probably very quickly. I don't know how mountainous it will be, but it's definitely going to be probably a decent hill. So we've got to climb up and over that, but I think afterwards should be a pretty cruisy day. So thinking it's going to be good to get our 20 in and still have a little bit of time to relax in the afternoon. So, all right, show you what we can. I'm sure it's going to be much more of the same, olive trees and grapevines and whatnot, but it's beautiful. All right, talk to you soon. Just leaving town and just seeing this old tower. It looks like it might have been a clock tower, or a bell tower for a church, possibly at one time, but we'll see, because there's a information sign right here, and I know it's in Spanish, but if you're interested, there it is. Very cool. Let's just take a quick peek up here. I'm guessing this is where the rest of the building used to be. One last look, town of Zafra. The one of the mountains that is on either side of the town here, and just a nice view with the sun coming up and hitting the clock tower there. And the mountainside, just a beautiful sight. Oh, bad throw.
Ricochet. We're done? You're sick of me?
Nope,
Okay, well,
that's
I
it.
can't do that.
All right, we have topped our elevation for the day. I think that's it. And yeah, just noticing a much rockier hillside than we've seen yet before. But yeah, nice forested area over here. I think that's the end of our significant elevation for the day. And just about 4.5 kilometers away, is the town Los Santos de Maimona, which is probably not correct. Just passed through Los Santos de Maimona, which we've now heard is the correct way to say that. So the church that we passed just a little while ago, just as we were passing by the front door, a gentleman came out and gave us a wave and offered for us to come inside and stamp our credentials, our passport, if you will, for the Camino. So that was lovely. So we got to go inside the church, and it was gorgeous inside, really beautiful. One of our other pilgrim friends was also in there, and there was a lot of discussion in Spanish about the history of this town, which we
Are we going the wrong way?
and we're back. So just to wrap that up, everyone here is so nice, because as I was just saying or talking, we were given a history of the town, which unfortunately we didn't understand majority of, but as you probably heard, we were being honked at by a car because we were going the wrong direction. So, or we missed a turn. Anyway, just how nice people are here. We've been offered directions a couple of times to make sure that we were headed the right way. So, yeah, they don't care about us. Too busy eating breakfast.
$100
100 miles. It's vastly different than the 2 or 3 days prior to this. So we've got our umbrellas out, just trying to create our own shade. Wrong turn there, since there was not a marker to tell us to turn, other than behind us, and we didn't see it. But didn't take us too far off track before we realized it, and back on track now, literally on those tracks. And another Camino Vino. We are almost to town. By the way, that's not really a thing. I just made it up. So we decided to go out for a walk, and just behind our hostel is the Colegio San Jose, and it says that you can come in for a stamp for our book. So we came in, got our stamp, and they allowed us to come in and take a little personal tour of the chapel. It's beautiful. All right, here we are with the wrap up for day 7 of the Via de la Plata. We did 20 point something kilometers today. 12 and a half, 13 miles?
Yes, I didn't start my watch after
Oh, that's right.
the one church.
That's right.
So.
So we left the town of Zafra this morning. Zafra was nice.
I enjoyed that.
Yeah, it was a very nice town. One of the larger towns that we've passed through so far. Actually, this is a larger town as well.
It is.
Not quite as big, but
It's a different flavor, though.
yes,
It's not as old.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there is no central square. I feel. At least we didn't see it.
Right.
Like Zafra. But
Yeah.
anyway.
So Zafra was nice. We left there 7:30 this morning, knowing that we only had 20 kilometers to do. And so, again, just farm roads, lots of
Olive groves.
olive groves, lots of them, and lots of
New
vineyards. Yes, everything's being replanted or is growing back from being cut. Just like miles of it, it seemed like. Which was, it was good to see, but it was exposed. Everything, it's always exposed.
It is, yeah. And we anticipated that.
Right.
So.
Yeah. So therefore, and it's getting hot. It's mid-70s, maybe.
Yeah, mid-70s, which doesn't seem horrible. But
No.
once again, that sun just beats down. There's no relief. There was a slight breeze today. The air is still cool.
Right.
I mean, it's not humid, fortunately. And then that would have been that's
oppressive.
another layer.
Right.
But the sun is hot.
But we passed through a town pretty early on, only maybe a handful of kilometers after Zafra. So we were there somewhat early. But we weren't planning on stopping. We didn't stop at any cafes or anything like that.
Right.
However, we passed by a church.
The old church in town.
Yeah. Guessing it's probably as old as the others. But as we were passing by the kind of the front door and just taking a picture, and we were going to just follow the trail around the church, a man stepped out from the front door and kind of motioned to us to come over and get our credential stamped. But he took us inside. The church was beautiful.
We walked through the sanctuary and then back into kind of where their offices are.
Right.
For him to stamp our credential.
That was very nice. Just an unexpected stop, which was great. Very hospitable people here that we've met so far. So, but after that is when we kind of just hit the going through all of the fields and everything, and that was the rest of our day. So, did make one wrong turn.
Everybody, well, I shouldn't say everybody, but several of the people who we've spoken with now have also made that.
Yes.
Yeah. They didn't make the turn. That was the problem.
Yes, they didn't make the turn. Well, neither did we. Yes, we didn't make the turn. And because if there's a marker there, we couldn't see it. Other than completely turning your body around and looking backwards, then there was one.
The trail is really incredibly well marked.
Very well.
There's, when you begin to doubt, you're like, oh, there's an arrow.
Right.
So the reinforcement is there constantly.
Yeah.
This is just one of those.
There's very few times when we don't know, and it's usually in a city.
Yeah.
Because there's so many other things to look at, I feel that sometimes the markers, the arrows can be hidden.
Yes.
But that anyway, like you said, very well marked trail. So we're happy with that. We are now in, I'll put it down below right now.
Yeah, sorry.
Because I know it ends in De los Barros.
Barros. Not Barros.
Barros, yes, thank you. So at any rate, we are here now, and tomorrow we are leaving. And
Eureka.
we're heading on to the next town, Toromaya.
So we're in a hostel. I guess it's a hostel.
It is a hostel.
However, we have our own. It's a private room. It's like a hotel room. Other pilgrims are here as well. We're seeing the same, friendly faces, familiar faces, over and over again. Somewhere we haven't seen in a couple of days, and we're just kind of like, where are they? Where are they staying?
Yep.
Maybe tomorrow we'll be reunited.
Maybe we'll be reunited. Hopefully soon. But yeah, tomorrow's a long day. Longer, not really long. 27 kilometers or so. So probably, what's that,
15 miles.
probably more like 17, 18, something like that. So that's tomorrow. It's supposed to be even hotter tomorrow, by a few more degrees.
17, 18 miles tomorrow?
I think so.
Oh, my mind, it was 15. Oh boy.
Yeah.
Okay. Mentally prepared for that.
Yeah. So we'll be getting up early. We'll be most likely walking in the dark for a little while, which is not uncommon because the sun doesn't come up until 8 a.m. But yeah, that's our day tomorrow. So umbrellas will be out again.
Yes.
To protect us from the sun, and yeah, we'll get into town and see what that town's like. All right, I think that's it. Okay, we'll have a good night, and we will talk to you tomorrow. Night.
Night.